2K16, Big Al Jefferson gonna be destroying everybody. Watch this. Watch it. Just watch the show. Let's get it.
NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. It's East versus West here in Salt Lake City. The Jazz hope to put on a show for this home crowd. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Kidd, Gilchrist, and Williams are at the forward spots. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Jefferson in at the center position. Now, here's Exum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Burks. And the shot is long.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his third season. He doubled his scoring average. Shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
Now here's Williams following the shot by Alec Burks. Shot's good by Walker.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Outside Favors. Gobert the screen. Hayward against Kidd Gilchrist. Here's Burks. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And back to Alec Burks, a guy who entered the league with raw talent, but once the light went on, Greg, he showed the ability to help his team in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's going to be the prototype in terms of a two-way player. He's a guy who can not only score it for you, but he'll rebound. And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Exum dishes to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Now here's Burks. He's tightly guarded. Favors can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Jefferson. There's a screen by Williams. And stolen by Favors. Exum with it. Kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Burks the pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Burks with it. Williams picks him up. Shot, high post. No good.
And Charlotte's defense, it didn't really start out incredible last season, but over the course of the year, they climbed the ranks, and by the end of the year, they were a force.
Hayward kicks to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Favors with the screen. Hayward from outside. And that comes off the assist by Exum. 6 points for Gordon Hayward.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Jefferson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be... Three points if he converts at the line.
Oh, nice, strong drive there. If that's who's going to be guarding him, then he's got some weight to throw around.
Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post, but last season Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of it.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
That's good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Hayward can hit.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges. And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And for Al Jefferson, never making an all-star team. He's got the numbers on offense to get him there. People just feel he's probably, what, Clark, one-dimensional?
Well, you know, even though the All-Star game has no defense for the most part, you usually need to play a little bit of D to have a chance to get there.
Favors with a screen on Walker. Here's Exum, and Jefferson sends it back. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. The pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Burks with the steal. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. A rebound by Jefferson. Jefferson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Williams kicks to Walker. Up off the screen. And it's Jefferson laying it in.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Here's Favors, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Favors got his first basket. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Dishes it to Walker. Screen by Jefferson. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Boy, Jefferson got really physical on that screen to help set the shot up.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gobert, the screen. Outside Favors. Pass to Hayward. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Here's Lynn.
And you know, Utah might not have finished 500 on the season, but they did finish 500 against the Eastern Conference. Went 15-15 last season.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Booker out there with Favors, and it's Hayward, and it's Ingles in at the 2. For the Jazz, getting those wins, Greg, out of conference, you were just talking about that, was a big key for them. Helps them keep pace, Clark, in this rugged Western Conference.
And I thought the Jazz got better and better as the season wore on. They started slowly against the East last year, but won 5 of their last 6 out of conference.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lynn kicks to Jefferson. Feeds it to Zeller. And he banks in the layup.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
There's the pick. Hayward goes in. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Jefferson dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Hayward with some nice D.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Favors with the screen. In the corner, it's Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. 7-foot shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Hornets lead by 4.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Hayward against Kid Gilchrist. Gordon Hayward again. Hayward's got 13.
And one thing about Gordon Hayward, he's an excellent playmaker for a small forward. Averaged over 4 assists a game after averaging over 5 the year before. So you've got to love a scorer who is also unselfish.
Favors sets the pick for Hayward. Up off the screen. And Jefferson sends it back. Ingles. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Jefferson kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Outside, Lynn. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And when you think of Kid Gilchrist, one thing that comes to mind is intangibles. He has a desire and intensity and a will to win that elevates him to elite status.
Yeah, you know, he never will be a great shooter, and he's still working on his jump shot. But the intangibles, you talked about it, you add heart and tenacity to that. Every team wants a guy like that.
Miles checked in for Utah. Now Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Kid Gilchrist against Hayward. Here's Burke. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And talking about Kid Gilchrist, yes, he's worked to fix.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, just would love to go up and jam like that.
They set the pick, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
And the Jazz making a change here. Hood's checked in. Lynn kicks to Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Jefferson. And stolen by Hayward. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Kaminsky comes in for Zeller. And Walker subbed in for Michael Kid Gilchrist. Lynn dishes to Jefferson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Jazz trail by 6. Burke kicks to Booker. There's a screen. 11 feet away. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
From the arc. Here's Booker. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Their turnovers are really prominent. I know they're leading, but eventually it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
Undisciplined with the ball leads to unforced turnovers, no doubt about it.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Exum comes in for Trey Burke. Lamb, he's checked in for Charlotte. Gobert, the screen. Pass to Hood. Clock at 6. Tries again. Nice shot by Gobert. And it's all knotted up.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Now here's Jefferson. Not a lot of room. The shot no good. And it's Utah the other way. Exum kicks to Hayward. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Batum with the steal. A fast break now for Charlotte. Batum leading the charge. Lamb passes to Walker. He dishes it to Jefferson. Passes it to Lamb. Right side Jefferson. Unloads from 13. It's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Hornets ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first half was all about Al Jefferson. He had 12 points, 2 block shots, and 7 rebounds. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they can be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Charlotte in the lead. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Batum. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the small forward. And that one's good. Kid Gilchrist has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hornets.
And, you know, for the Jazz, you mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
Hornets leading by 4. Walker with it. Now defended by Exum. Williams dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson inside. Defended by Gobert. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Gobert pulls it in.
And really the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And the Jazz call time here. Look at Al Jefferson. He's really been playing well.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33-49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Jazz dancers. Give a nice round of applause.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Hayward up top. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
And guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And, you know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Jefferson down low. Gobert on him. That's good. Jefferson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hornets.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Exum kicks to Burks. Favors with a screen on Batum. Burks the pass to Favors. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Al Jefferson doing all sorts of things. He has 9 rebounds, and his 2 blocks are giving them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Booker, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Trey Burke subbed in for Exum. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Lynn's checked in. Here's Booker. The shot misses. Good D by Williams.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Jefferson. Back to Kid Gilchrist. To the middle. And finished off by Jefferson.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in his play.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He's been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
And here is Burke. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Floats one up. Stolen by Walker. And now it's Lin running. He can go all the way. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And the Hornets lead by 11.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Hornets leading by 9. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. He kicks it to Jefferson. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Charlotte. Zeller comes in for Marvin Williams.
Into the lineup for the Hornets, Frank Kaminsky, Cody Zeller.
Here's Walker. 6 points for him. The dish to Zeller. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now. To their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Some changes for Charlotte. Hansbrough's checked in for Kaminsky. And it's Hairston in for Kemba Walker. The feed to Burks. Favors with the screen. There's a good screen. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Jefferson's checked in for Hansbrough. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Walker subbed in for P.J. Hairston. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Burks. The tray. And he gets it to go. Burks has got 6. Well, the Jazz look like the team we're used to seeing for so long last year. A big part of that was how they dictated the pace, Greg, of the game.
Very good point. I mean, the Jazz did a great job of slowing things down and avoiding turning things into a track meet, just focusing on playing to their strengths.
Ingles dishes to Favors. Here's Burke. Offline with his three.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. You know, when you look at pace of play, the Jazz last season were the slowest team in the NBA. Had just around 90 possessions a game. So that's how they were able to control pace and grind out wins.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Hayward comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in for Trey Burke. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Hayward. Sweet little floater. Hayward's got 15.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Jefferson, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the free throw stats there, 6 of 8 shooting, so 75% so far.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
And we've reached the end of the third. Hornets lead by 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Jazz trail by 9. Burke's the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Gobert is out there with Booker, and it's Exum in at the 1 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. There's a good screen. Burks can't get it to go.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Kaminsky. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 11 now for Charlotte.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Exum passes to Hayward. They set the pick. To the paint, here's Booker, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
tries to save it. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Jefferson with the three. That's off, his fourth miss in 13 attempts. Jazz trail by 14. Exum with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Gobert with a screen on Batum. Now here's Exum. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Off the screen. 5 on the clock. Tries yet again. Gobert can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Jefferson. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
They set the screen. Hayward kicks to Booker. Hayward against Kid Gilchrist. Another miss by Utah. Charlotte leading by 16. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
He's taller than most point guards, and he really put his length to use right there. And for Dante Exum, the first point guard chosen in the 2014 draft, number 5 overall, actually, he was taken over 2 other very talented and arguably more proven point guards coming in, those being Marcus Smart and Elfrid Payton.
Charlotte calls timeout. And talking about Dante Exum last year, he showed scouts were right when they said he isn't a finished product. He only shot 35% from the field, put up much smaller numbers than other top rookie point guards like Smart and Payton.
But looking 3 or 4 years out, you may be singing a different tune. And Kevin, I think that's what the projections are when you look at this young man. He has length. There's a smoothness and a feel for the game that's raw, but still elite. That's why many scouts would still today take him over any other point guard in that draft.
Derek Favors checked in for Booker.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Over to the left wing. The drive by Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And Batum kicks to Jefferson. Back to Batum. Walker dishes to Jefferson. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
And there's the pass to Exum. Favors with the screen. Back to Hayward. Lots of room. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Here's Favors. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Exum. 1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Gobert the screen. Burks the pass to Exum. Favors with a screen on Walker. Hayward outside. They get it again. Goes up again. And Jefferson sends it back. That'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte.
Cody Zeller.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Another miss by Utah.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Charlotte.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Al Jefferson. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Lynn. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Hornets lead by 17.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Here's Hood. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Burke. Gets to the corner and buries it. Now here's Lynn. To the left wing. Hairston kicks to Hawes. Gets it to go. From beyond the arc.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Beyond the arc. Can't connect. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
Kevin, thank you. I'm here with Al Jefferson. And Al, obviously this team got clicking all night. How does it feel to be playing like this?
It felt good, man. I think we still could have did a better job on the defensive end. We kind of let them go back and forth with us in the first half. But I guess when it was time to get some stops, we did.
Al, thank you. Kevin, always looking for more. Back to you.
All right, Doris.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. Al Jefferson. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
Well, we know Al Jefferson, a.k.a. Baby Fundamentals, can be a nightmare to deal with on the low block. He proved that again tonight. And as a pick-and-roll partner, he's about the best there is. He's nearly impossible to handle when he's on his game.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Chicago.